And go live has been cleared. We're coming through excellent. I'm going to check the page for our traditional Koopa man has to check if we're even going live.
We are.
For our traditional
Okay.
Koopa man has to check if we're I'm adjusting the volume because I sound a little quiet on that end. Traditional
Okay.
Koopa man has to check if I'm adjusting the volume because I sound a little quiet on that end. Okay, we're good. We're good. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
We're here to discuss something that people seem to like for some reason. Can you guess what that thing is?
I mean, I would assume that they've seen the trilogy. They see the title card, don't they?
Yes. We're talking about the Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
Or the Blue Cats.
We're talking about the Smurfs.
The Blue Cat Monkeys. That might also be seals. I don't know.
Squasher made us watch 9 hours of the Smurfs movie. And now we're here to talk about it.
You did not have to
we came in to protect his mind, and this is how he thanks us.
It's half and half. Kel asked if we wanted to see the first movie.
The music's a little loud. Let me turn it down.
He made it sound like it would be a fun, jokey romp. The first movie was utterly soft brain, and
it did not get better.
The other two movies were better, but not by much.
There you go.
I'll say this: we did it. I remember we at least enjoyed the first half of the first movie.
Yes,
you guys did.
Well, yeah, I guess we did. You didn't. You could not stand Sully from the beginning, so and I can't blame you. Jake Sully did become a little insufferable as the story progressed.
This whole series could be Jake Sully ruins everything.
Yeah. Wait. Oh look, it's Bagpuss. Hooray!
Hello.
Hello, Bagpuss. So yeah, Squasher, since this whole thing was your idea, don't worry, it's coming. But since this whole thing was your idea, why don't you start with why? Tell us why. Why did you do this to us, Squasher?
Hello. Sorry about that. I disconnected for a second.
Why did you do this to us?
I have internet connection issues. Oh dear.
Oh, that's
sorry.
Okay.
Oh, of all the rotten luck.
To be fair, I fixed it. Don't worry about it. We're good. We're good.
We're good.
Sorry, audience.
We're good. Sorry, audience. Here's the thing. Tell us why you did this to us.
Well, in another server I'm in, I met a guy who convinced me to give the series a chance, so I did.
He did this because some guy was nice to him on the internet. That is how rare nice people on the internet are.
Hey, at least he was pleasant at first. It was okay. I decided to watch the movies, give them a shot, and I did not. And I basically came away not liking them.
Yeah, me and Kel legitimately tried. We went in naively.
Hey, I tried.
And you basically,
I tried. I just fucking tapped out the second I saw the exact kind of person that Jake Sully is.
Yeah. The opening scene does not make Sully look good.
So we wasted 9 hours of our lives across a couple of weeks, actually, because some guy was nice to Squasher on the internet. Never be nice to Squasher. He will go above and beyond, and his actual friends are trying to get him to do things. Like reading Harry Potter or One Piece. Yeah, that's.
May. I have no interest in watching these movies in this theater.
We all saw it in the theaters when it came out. I was mad about it then too. I was not mad about like not Verdun. What was it called? Dunkirk. Dunkirk is a way better experience in the theaters. So I understand that mentality.
I only saw the first one in the theaters.
Yeah.
But we should probably actually get into the movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's,
Start with the first one.
yes, because we're here to review the movies.
So the first movie, it starts off with Sully on Earth in essentially what is Detroit, or whatever. Some
Take
random
him to
city on
Detroit.
Earth. To which I'm like, no wonder he's miserable. I would be miserable too if I lived in Detroit, of all places. He hangs out with the scum of the earth, because of course he does.
Gets the shit knocked out of him from starting shit with a biker, and decides, based on that experience, to kill all of humanity.
Well, to be fair, that's not his reason.
Yeah, there's a little bit more to it than that. Go ahead, Swords.
Like, the reason why he betrays humanity is more along the lines of he gets into the body and then he likes the experience of having legs in the Navi life more than doing his job. Like, he could have actually lived the Navi life and still did his job, but he's not a good negotiator.
To be fair, you could argue that he's just not a diplomat, which he isn't, and I think even he acknowledges that.
Which is why they sent him for the sake of diplomacy.
Well, to be fair, from the way the movie plays out, that was surely by accident. He gets ambushed by the animals, and he gets he basically has to survive a night by himself, and he gets accepted into the not accepted, but the Na'vi bring him in because AWA demands it and whatnot.
Yes. Fate dictates that he is important for some reason.
Yes.
Just like every other Marty Steele.
Well, the thing is, this is a whole tragedy. Is a train wreck of people just not wanting to work with each other because the scientist girl refuses to work with the Portridge, and I know I butchered his name every time.
Swords has never been good at pronouncing stuff.
Like we see in the third movie, he is good at negotiating. Like he's like he's not some savage. He just cares about his people not getting killed.
The worst thing Quarsh does is burning down Home Tree.
Yeah.
Like, we can all agree with that. Like, that goes beyond the pale.
The thing that was completely avoidable if Jake Sully did the job he was being paid for.
Yes.
Well, you also had to convince the humans to... You also had to convince the RDA to do another method of getting the resources without burning down Home Tree. But,
exactly, but that didn't happen because he was too busy doing the side quests that he forgot the main quest was on a timer.
I guess so.
Well, here's the thing. He didn't even do the main quest because he didn't even really inform his commanding officer of, information. Like, he thought Portrait was completely blind, and then Jake sides completely with the scientist that completely hates him. So he's just going off what brief information he knows, and of course everything, blows up because no one trusts each other.
Yeah, this is the greatest example of miscommunication.
Kills.
Yes.
like one of the friends we watched it with said that the point where this whole thing fell apart is when what's her face, the redhead actress takes Sully away from the rest of the group after he had that bonding experience with the other Marines, which that I get not wanting to be micromanaged by the corpo dude, but this is the cause of all the problems, is because like the humans had three parties. You had the scientists who were trying to do the Avatar program, you had the soldiers who were trying to keep everyone alive, and you had the corpo who wanted what the corpo wanted. And because all three weren't in communication with each other, they were just, even when they were all together, the communication was hostile and belligerent. Everything just all fell apart.
To make matters worse, when she took him away, like, Hortridge was the one that was really pushing for him to get out of his pod, to socialize, to, stay connected to his human, half.
The worst she did was nag him about it when it was clear that he was getting addicted to being in the Avatar body, that he was starting to neglect his human body's needs. Like, if she had, and this is another thing our friend said, our friend KMDP, what he said was basically that was the point where she should have benched him, should have taken him out of the Avatar program, because it's clear that he was mentally going in too deep. He was getting addicted to the sensation of being in the Avatar body, that it was becoming unhealthy, and he wouldn't be a reliable negotiator. He wouldn't be a reliable diplomat.
I'll say this. There is a deleted scene, which unfortunately was not in the cut we watched.
No.
Where Sully does attempt to negotiate with the Na'vi, but the Na'vi basically more or less say, every time we've had negotiations with the Sky people, they always never follow through on their side of things. And I'm like, of all the things to delete, why did you delete that scene? Like, it suddenly makes the Na'vi way more understandable as to why they don't bother with negotiating with humanity.
Even then, I would say it's a case of show don't tell, which, you're telling us that happened, but why would we trust the Na'vi?
Also, it probably was deleted because it also doesn't really make sense if you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also basically show, like, scenes of where humans have done terrible things. Like, there was a negotiation, and like, you could there's ways to show this off, but yeah.
On a side note, the Avatar technology is very underused. Like, it's a miracle technology, and it's just being used for one thing, when
negotiating with the blue cap people.
Yeah, when really being able to clone bodies of any, like, you could do multiple things.
You could cure cancer with this technology.
Yes.
Yep.
But I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into blue cat people.
Stegron, you can turn people into blue cat people, and
not
also
Stegron,
cure cancer.
Stegron's a different character.
Sauron. Well, Stegron was also the Spider-Man villain that turned people into dinosaurs.
Yeah, but it's Sauron in the reference. Well, we're getting off topic. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
Anyways, you can turn people into blue cat people. We just want to cure cancer, allow people to basically create their ideal body and other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember what I was going to say about the Avatar. The premise of the Avatar technology is genuinely one of the most fascinating concepts, and it feels like it's wasted here, because just imagine each movie is dealing with a different species and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, suddenly the term Avatar suddenly makes a lot more sense, unless Avatar is a meta sense for was Avatar, but in which case, okay, sure, whatever. But it's
hard character from the next two movies.
We have to do the next two movies because Jake Sully isn't really her avatar.
No.
Then again, he is more of a side character in those two.
Yeah.
Which is why we like them better.
Yes. I like I said, I did like the first half of the second movie, but it did start to fall apart after for me around the part where the bulldozer goes through the sacred site.
Yeah, that's the first movie. You're talking about the first movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But that's basically where all the humans just lose their minds. Like they stop being like they're like the characters they were, and just start.
They forgot they had people on the inside.
Yes,
that's another thing that really annoys me about that scene. The scene where the bulldozer. I actually agree with our friend about that. He said, first off, it's a major OSHA violation. Yep. Imagine the evil corpo is defeated by the bureaucracy. But anyway, anyway, the fact that the operator is completely in the right to stop what he's doing when he sees the native person. Absolutely in the right to do so. In fact, that's completely normal. The fact that there is no hand signals between the avatars and the rest of the RDA personnel is a massive problem.
Yes. Again,
yes.
Going into the whole fucking breakdown in communication that causes every problem in this entire trilogy.
Yes. Well, fiveology, I guess, if 4 and 5 are ever made, but that's beside the point. You know?
Closest we're gonna get is the video game, of which the music you're hearing is the music from that game.
Yes. But yeah, that being said, yeah, the RDA is still a corporation, of course. Like, and I will say this: in the first movie, there is no mention of the Earth is dying, is on the brink, and we need the unobtainium to rescue that. That comes from other
supplementary materials tied to the movie.
Yeah, of course. That being said, Sully does mention the Earth is dying bit twice, and you could argue. You
could argue that he's being literal or metaphorical because that's where his mindset is at. By that point, he's at the position of fuck all humans. I'ma kill all the humans.
Yeah. Or he's at least at the. I know some people will make the argument that he's not betraying humanity, he's betraying the corporation, and I'm like, yeah, fair enough, but like, I wish there were just more people on this. I wish there was like more communication and like a better attempts at diplomacy. But
Squasher, if that happened, there would be no conflict in the movie. And or the Na'vi will start looking like less than perfect and kind of like assholes.
Well,
that would be nuanced. We can't have that.
Counterpoint, there would be conflict. It just wouldn't be physical conflict. People would have to argue with each other.
And that doesn't make an interesting movie, as we learned from idiots' reactions to the Star Wars prequels, where there was action going on, but a lot of it was a political thriller.
Yeah. Oh. Shit, I forgot my train of thought. I was going to say something.
We were supposed to go over the positives
first.
Yes, okay. Go. I like the Avatar technology, even though it's like wasted.
Vastly underutilized.
The graphics are awesome.
Yes. Mm-hmm. No one's going to fault that this isn't a good looking movie.
It is a great looking movie.
It is a great looking movie. It's like the things you can do with CGI technology, even back then, are amazing. If you'll allow me, I even think the world building is amazing.
Yep, I agree.
I like the races of Pandora. I like the human factions. I like how it all seems to be developed. I just think it's a terrible story, and the main character is a horse's ass.
Yeah. Before they lost their minds and like the scene Kel mentioned. The human factions were really well done. It's just that it was a tragedy of miscommunication.
Yep.
At least that's how I kind of interpret it. Yeah. As for did I feel? I mean, I understand where the Na'vi are absolutely coming from.
Yeah. Like get the fuck out of our country, you filthy sky people. Back over the wall with you.
Yeah. Like I liked a lot of what I liked the beginning of the movie, and all that. I don't hate the Na'vi as a people. I actually quite like them as a species, and I am absolutely understanding of their plight, and I think that they are absolutely in the right to tell the humans to leave.
Yeah,
you know,
it's their country, their laws. The humans aren't obeying them. They can. They're not here legally. They go back to where they came from.
You also murdered a bunch of us.
Yes.
yeah. I'm completely on that side. Like, don't get it twisted. You were saying, Swords?
To answer your question really quick, I did see the magic or AWA magic. I do. I'm mixed on AWA when it comes to like the sequels, but I do like her mostly here.
I don't like the concept of AWA. And if you want to know why, look up the Flood and the Gravemind on the Halo wiki.
I don't think she's that bad unless you take the entire idea that she basically keeps the Na'vi in a permanent state of technological stasis.
I do think she's that bad, and since you have the buttons, I would like you to press them.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't agree, so I won't.
What am I pressing?
You're pressing the buttons for the Gravemind.
I don't have the Grave. Exterminatus.
No, not that one.
Alright, fire!
We Death is the instrument, and when we are, it's those two buttons you keep pressing.
Oh, those are the Covenant. Those are. That's the cup.
I don't care what it is. Like, it's a Halo association.
Is the will of the gods, and we are their instrument.
Thank you.
But yeah, you're welcome. It is the same voice actor, so I understand why you would say that. But anyway, but yeah, I'm completely on the Na'vi side when it comes to, like, yeah, you violated our laws. You violated you've killed many of our people. You have.
You've dealt drugs to our children. We want you off of our planet, and that is completely reasonable.
Yes.
Completely.
Yes. And I think that at least the security firm, armed soldier guys are also. They're reasonable. They're understandable as well, and like, okay, our goal is maintain security, keep people alive. Yeah, granted, they start going into evil territory when they start blowing up Home Tree. So another thing that I kind of find a little stupid about the first movie is apparently the whole head tail thing. When Sully and Neytiri mate for the first time. How do you not know? How are you surprised by everything that happens after that?
Yes, seriously, they're supposed to both be sharing their memories.
Yeah.
Did that guy paint SpongeBob SquarePants onto his van? I'm sorry, I'm looking out my window. That is awesome.
Okay. Random side tangent. You were saying, Swordsman?
I was just agreeing that is a plot hole, especially since later movies would just outright say that is what happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially with movie 3. Yeah, I really don't particularly enjoy Jake Sully as a person.
Yeah.
Especially when he killed. Like, I don't mind him leading the Na'vi resistance because
Yeah. But the fact
fine.
that he has no fucking remorse for it, he's gleefully killing people he once broke bread with.
Yeah.
You see the ecstasy and smile on his face. That's the kind of ecstasy of someone who just vandalized a Rembrandt painting because something just stopped oil.
Well, see, there could have been, if they actually went more with the technology, it could have actually made more sense. Where the problem with the technology, or like the side effect, is the longer you stay in that body, the more you become, that species.
That could have been an interesting thing to explore.
But the problem is the avatar. The avatar technology is just an afterthought.
Yeah. By the way, like I understand, like if you feel like the soldiers don't, or whatever the mercenaries, I guess, don't deserve sympathy or whatnot because of what they did to Home Tree. Okay, fair enough. But like, celebrating as you do it. I mean, you're gonna give Quaritch crap for doing that to Home Tree. Sully doing it is not good either. Yeah, Does that make sense? Or
Yeah, I got it.
yeah.
It's hypocritical, is what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, and it just the first movie kind of just feels like a massive breakdown of communication and a tragedy that could have been avoided if Sully managed to get Quaritch on his side and throw Mr. Soulfish in the brick.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if that would have actually worked, but
Well, we already see it just straight up work in the third movie with the Ash Tribe.
Yeah. Yes. We'll get to that. Movie 2. Oh boy, movie 2.
I crashed out at the very first line spoken by Jake Sully in this one. I was not going in. I've seen the first one by this point 2 times. This is my first time seeing the second one. I was not, like, after that first time, that the problem with Pandora is that you love it too much. I completely crashed out because he loved Pandora so much that he was willing to slaughter millions.
And I was like, great, Jake is a father and all of his kids are far more interesting than he is. This is actually a far better movie.
Yes, I will say this. I actually like the Sully kids. They're pretty cool. I said this before. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but the Sully kids remind me of the Boxcar Children.
Yeah.
I don't know who's all read it like that here, but what can I say? Yeah. Granted, I can only ever remember Loark's name, Spider, Kiri, and that's it. Like, those are the only ones I remember.
I don't know. I think one of them was named Timmy.
No, I don't remember.
This one mostly suffers from just 2 main things. It feels like 2 movies were awkwardly stapled together.
It also feels like it should have been a TV series.
Yeah. And the second, the new main human villain, I'm sorry, I just don't like him. I just want him to die.
Oh, you mean the whaling guy, right?
The whaler?
Yeah.
Get this. Pandora isn't technically a planet. It's a moon.
It's a moon.
Therefore, he's a whaler on the moon. And he carries a harpoon. But there ain't no whale, so he sings tall tales and sings a whaling tune.
Yeah.
All your hate mail is to go to @theswordsman100 at gmail.com.
That's not my email.
I think the Whaler guy is a fun villain to hate on. Like, he's like a very funny Palpatine or Mr. Krabs kind of person, you know. The whales are whatever, you know. I like Pyakon. Pyakon is actually a cool character.
He's the only character who makes any fucking sense, and he's a fucking whale.
Yeah. Well, there's also the Sully children, but, you know.
Yes, Sully children, and the new tribe is fun. They actually call Jake on his BS
Sometimes.
a lot, and the thing is, we lose the Avatar technology for even more miraculous BS technology, we have whale blood that can make
whale brain juice can make you immortal.
Yeah,
for some reason.
What is unobtainium? I do not know what this is anymore.
But don't worry about that, Koopa. If you can't afford that, we can just clone you infinitely.
Realistically, why would you need the Unreader if you can just clone the Infinite? No, whatever.
Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? He wanted to say something about the whales, and have we not mentioned these seagulls were funded by Tencent? Tencent, who is an extension of the Chinese Communist Party, who allows whale and dolphin massacres in the South China Sea.
I don't care about that, Koopa. I want to talk about how the Earth is dying, yet it led to us developing miraculous technology that allows us almost complete control over biolife.
I was making a point, but I can see it got steamrolled completely over. So
I will protect the whales from the Chinese.
Yes,
anyway, if I could, which I can't.
China is asshole.
I am nobody. But anyway, the Earth is apparently dying, or at least so they believe. Go ahead.
But we have control.
The general lady outright says it.
Yeah. The general outright says it.
Just clone grass or something.
Clone grass. Yeah, I know, right? Clone grass, clone trees, clone the extinct animals.
Clone the wells that you're so obsessed over, and just form those wells.
I know, right? But they're sentience, don't you know? And they're apparently smarter than humans. But they never develop the.
Yeah, so are dolphins. They're still a bunch of rapists.
And apparently the whales never developed the concept of men sacrifice their lives for women and children.
Well, they are relatives of the dolphin.
Oh my god. They're also a matriarchal society, if you think about it for a minute. Yes. But anyway. And then you had the final battle in movie 2, which, funnily enough, does not involve Awa.
Nope.
It's just Pyakon who comes in and helps. Which I actually kind of like.
Pyakon uses body slam. It's super effective.
It is super effective. There is a massive problem with the last battle in the second movie, though. Where did the Water Tribe go? They just randomly disappeared.
They did, but it's to focus on the grudge match. And
a whole bunch of them ended up dying.
True.
Because, one, you have to show how Nahiri is losing it because she's lost her children.
Her son.
Her
oldest
son. Her son.
Which, by the way...
losing it. Understandable reasons.
Yes, that was a really... her rage... Yeah, okay, yes. You're absolutely in your right to do this. Because, yeah. Understandable. Although, he did shoot at the guy first. So... awful, though. It's still awful, no matter how you look at it.
It leads... the movie sets up several things that, unfortunately, does not get paid off in the third movie.
Mm-hmm.
What does it set up?
Spider potentially forming a deeper bond with his father.
I'd say that's set up in the. I think that's done in the third movie.
It is.
It's not to the point where I would like it to go.
Okay. I mean, the final.
I mean, does that mean that it wasn't delivered on, or that you personally weren't satisfied with the conclusion? That's what's being questioned here.
I guess I just thought there would be like it sounded like it looked more like he was going to like be more of a son to him, and no, he basically still rejects him.
I mean, just because it didn't go the way you hoped it would doesn't mean that the plot line didn't happen, Swordsman. It's one of the major plot lines of movie 2 and 3.
Sure.
I mean, to be fair to Spider, like he knows Sully more, and as much as I may not like Jake Sully, I will not take it away from him. He is a good father.
Even if he's raising Spider purely out of spite because Quaritch killed his son.
Well, he's a good father in this movie. He's not a good father in the third movie.
Yes.
Poor Loark. I actually felt bad for him.
Like, in this movie, he actually... There's, like, this brief moment where it looks for a second like Sully is learning from his mistakes from the first movie and gives himself up. Like, he's going to learn from things. But then he gets saved and it all goes sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, so... shall we move on to movie 3 now?
Yeah, we'll talk about movie 3 a bit.
Yeah.
And
movie 3, we pick up where we left off in movie 2. And... they're salvaging weapons from the boat that they sunk in the second movie. Loark is meeting his dead brother in the Na'vi afterlife, or whatever he is. If it's actually him or a simulacrum of him, doesn't really matter. And basically, yeah, they're bonding and all that stuff. Trying to figure out how the rest of this goes. Oh, they want to send Spider back to the forest because
he almost fucking suffocates.
Yeah, he was almost because he doesn't have enough oxygen. Air. And they hitch a ride with the Air Nomads, my favorite tribe of the Na'vi that we've seen.
Yes, they are fun.
They remind me of they basically are dressed like the Iroquois Confederation. And well, what can I say? I like the Iroquois. They're pretty awesome. You know?
And everything was peaceful, Kel, until the Fire Nation attacked.
Fire Nation attacked. That is like the most blatant joke I've ever seen, and I gotta be honest, I'm all for it. You know, I actually really enjoyed movie 3. It is my favorite of the trilogy.
Baran is a hottie patati.
Like, 3 has its problems because Jake is arguably his worst here, but he's also least in it as well, so it balances out.
Yeah,
he's in it long enough to decide to kill Spider.
Yes.
He also almost convinces his son to
commit suicide.
Which, yeah,
like not even his wife, who's also in a downward spiral, goes that
understandably. Yeah.
Like, and his wife is right about most things, but because of her husband's bad advice, she goes into this depressive spiral that almost results in her doing bad things.
She also almost killed Spider.
Yes.
This is Kill Spider the movie.
Well, to be fair, it's kind of understandable why, because Spider gains the ability to breathe on Pandora because of Kiri's.
Well, not Kiri.
Yes, but he's a filthy
A1
sky person, Untermensch, and the Na'vi are so much better. They can breathe our air for once an hour, but we'd suffocate on their planet in like 5 seconds.
5 minutes.
Five seconds.
But what do you care, Koopa? You don't care about AWA's interventions. You don't like AWA.
Of course not. Because AWA is the kind of person who would start World War II swordsman.
Okay. Let's keep moving with the plot of movie 3.
Okay. So, Quaritch just reappears, like, after helping Jake save his kids again for a little bit, while trying to bring Jake to justice again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has this great idea of, what if I proved I could, like, solve the problems of movie 1 all by myself, and then proceeds to do so and recruit the Fire Tribe.
He does the thing that they sent Jake Sully out to do, and we're giving him like 3 whole months to do it in just a few minutes.
To be fair with the Fire Tribe, it seems like the Fire Tribe are in a desperate situation because
they reject the grave mind. They do not want to be part of a hive mind.
That's the thing. Like, when you actually think about it for a minute, in the movie at least, I don't know what the expanded material says about it, but the Fire Tribe, or the Ash Tribe, whatever you want to call it, they suffered a natural disaster with their volcano exploding, and then they couldn't eat and provide for themselves, and they basically tried to call upon AWA. AWA didn't bother listening to them. Now you could.
They are self-sufficient Na'vi.
Yeah, and I'm just like, why didn't AWA just send animals to them during this time?
Well, there is a reason for AWA's silence, and it's because of what Koopa has a problem with her. AWA is a weird deity in that she can only interact via plant life. If you remove the plant life, she has no connection to you.
Maybe. That probably.
So you're saying she's a fungal infection?
She kinda is.
Yeah. It's outright stated that how she saved Spider was basically fungal stuff.
Are we sure that AWA is not the Flood?
Okay.
You do know that there could be good fungi and bad fungi, right?
Yes.
Swords? Look at me. There are no good fungi.
Of course.
Reject the mushroom. Embrace humanity.
What about the orcs? What about the orcs? I guess they're not really good fungi either. Whatever.
Suffer not the Xenos to live.
Okay, Inquisitor. Okay.
See, this is why I'm still on good terms with the Mushroom Kingdom, why you're not.
That's a good point. I didn't consider that. Anyway,
what'd you get for it? You got athlete's foot for it. How do you feel? Itchy. That's how you feel.
Where were we on the plot line of the third movie?
Halfway through.
Let's see.
Okay, so
yeah.
Quaritch recruits the Ash Tribe, and they go around interrogating the villages again. This time with Varang, or whatever. That's her name, right? Varang?
Yep.
Yeah, and notably, Quaritch curbs her bloodthirstiness, and they do not really kill the Na'vi tribes. Still, they just burn things.
Yeah.
Because burning things is fun.
burn. Anyway.
Like it's just possessions, not lives, which is a big step forward for the Fire Tribe.
Yeah, I guess. It's better. Property destruction is better than killing people, I guess. I mean, it's still bad. hippity
Yes, but
hoppity, get off my property.
Yeah, but
yes.
you have to remember, before, like, take the Air Tribe, they were killing them and
Scalping.
Scalping them, and basically taking apart their body parts apart and celebrating it in a sick ritual. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're very awful people.
So Swords is not a very culturally tolerant person. That is why he rejects the Na'vi wholesale.
What?
What?
Yes. You are intolerant of Na'vi culture. Pandora is sending you home, Swordsman. Go back to your dying planet.
Gladly. I don't want to watch these movies anymore.
Anyway.
You know what? I will accept that. I'm free.
Yeah. Anyway, so they capture Sully. They put him on. They bring him back, march him through as a prisoner, and then decide to put him in the open for some reason.
Yes.
I don't like put him. Man, the RDA operational security fucking sucks.
Yep.
Just say it.
So much. A kid and a scientist alone, basically, before his wife even got there, was able to free him with just a bulldozer.
I will say this though, like, the doctor with the bulldozer, or the fact that it's technically a killdozer reference, even though I don't think that was the intended reference. Yes, absolutely, I understand why. It's great. The killdozer reference, I'm all for it. And then Sully and Spider escape. Quaritch, it seems like Quaritch is going on a path of redemption in the third movie. Which
it's very simple. It's very simple. It's because he's staying true to himself instead of going with the RDA's nonsense.
Yeah.
Or the military nonsense, I should actually say, it's because it's the military later and not Mr. Rich, who somehow came back. I thought he was dead.
Mr. Selfish, yeah.
Selfish, yeah.
I'll say this, like, I'm actually kind of interested in seeing where 4 and 5 go with Quaritch. That being said, it's gonna be, like, I don't know if 4 and 5 are gonna be released or made, but if they are, cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Movie basically ends with him fighting Jake again.
And then Spider gets knocked off the edge, and they both save him together.
Yeah. And they're like, you're okay, because we both care about this one kid. I'm going to jump off a cliff now.
Yeah.
See you in your next movie.
Well, he apparently appears in the game that we're listening to the music from.
Yeah. I just find it funny that they kill him off, even though they make it abundantly clear that he survived.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like movie 3.
Movie 3 is the best one because it has the least of Jake Sully. And Jake Sully is a completely unlikable ass.
Though Jake is the best in movie 2, weirdly enough. It's just movie 2's problem is it's 2 movies awkwardly stapled together, and that kind of ruins the pacing.
Do you consider the first movie they're committing genocide when they blew up Home Tree? I mean, it's
not the entire like Na'vi race, and like Jake Sully, if Jake Sully did his job, he would either come back to them and said, these are their terms, like where are we to go from here, or B, he would have at least gotten them out of fucking Home Tree by saying, oh, these guys are coming to burn down Home Tree if you guys stick around. But again, he didn't do that. He went off to do the side quests.
And the humans, if they were, if I remember right, if they did resort to burning down Home Trade, they wanted him to warn the Na'vi to just leave.
Yes.
I will say this though, like thinking about it, I would not have wanted to burn down Home Trade for the simple fact of, well, face it. Let me ask you: would you want to leave your home?
No.
Exactly. Like your home is where your memories are, and I absolutely understand why the Na'vi would be like, "No, this is our home. Go away." You know.
It's like why I'm like, okay, I'm taking over this operation, Mr. Selfish. Your home is now the closet. Scientist lady, you're fired. Portrait, you're with me. We're going to
you're with me.
Sully, you're fired. We're actually going to do this right.
Yeah.
And then I'm selling the Avatar technology to make medical billions.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. How would we rank the movies?
3-1. Second one, this in number 2, and then one last.
I give the first. I give the first movie a 6 out of 10. I give the second one a 4 out of 10, and I give the third one a 6.5 out of 10.
Fair enough. Like I said, movie 3 is my favorite. 1 probably second, and 2 is. Actually, I'm kind of torn between 1 and 2, to tell you the truth. So yeah.
I guess the reason why I'm not torn on 2 is I just really like the Sully kids.
Yeah. They probably bring it up for me too. So yeah, 2 is probably my second favorite, and then 1 is dead last.
So yeah, we watched 9 hours of a fucking hippies fuck humanity screed of a movie. We gave it a fair chance. We tried not to talk over it. We went through absolutely every frame of it. We took the story at its face value, and this is our conclusion. And like, there are people who will still be fans of the movie, and that's fine. Like, we don't care. But then there are guys like the video that Squasher found.
Oh dear God.
Now, we're not going to reference this guy because he does seem like the kind of person, if he knows we're talking about him, will try to strike down my channel. And frankly, after weeks of thinking about it, even though Squasher went ahead and watched the video ahead of us, I think, you know what, this guy is that petty, I don't want to deal with this shit. But I did run the video through Gemini for an analysis, which I will read now. The video you shared, titled Avatar is Great and You Are All Insane, attempts to defend the James Cameron's Avatar franchise by establishing a rigid framework for what constitutes valid film criticism. As you rightly pointed out, the video operates heavily in bad faith. The creator spends 55 minutes attempting to frame his own subjective preferences as objective storytelling craft, while dismissing anyone who disagrees with him as delusional, insane, or a pseudo-critic. Here's a breakdown and debunking of the major arguments the video makes to defend the film. The Category 0 fallacy, dismissing subjective criticism. The argument: the creator claims that discussing how a movie makes you feel, its pacing, or its emotional resonance is benign narcissism. And then, Shelley, if you're still watching, you basically were arguing about, from your perspective, of the movie making you feel a certain way and giving off an emotional resonance. But according to this Avatar fan, that is benign narcissism, but only when it's against the Avatar movie. He lumps any criticism regarding the movie's moral themes, predictability, or emotional emptiness into Category 0, meaning it has 0 weight because it's unfalsifiable and subjective. The debunk? This fundamentally misunderstands what art is. Cinema is an emotional medium designed to evoke a subjective response, a point I agree with and I bring up in a future video. Like, film and media criticism is ultimately subjective. That while there are objective measures of which you can measure things like movies, anime, video games, etc., like at the end of the day, people are going to like what they like, and there's no problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot You cannot evaluate a movie like you evaluate the cracked foundation of a house. If an audience finds a movie boring, preachy, or emotionally hollow, the film has failed its primary objective to engage them. Dismissing audience reaction as invalid is a convenient way for the creator to ignore the most common invalid criticisms of Avatar, that despite its visual splendor, its emotional core rings hollow for many viewers, which is something that, Shelly, if you're still here, like we've talked about this before, and some you agree with me on, at least to some degree. Like the movie looks great, it makes you feel good, but the story has major issues.
I will say this: I do feel some emotional connection to the Na'vi and the humans, so it's not like it's I didn't feel nothing throughout the movie, you know.
Yeah.
It's just the main person you're supposed to feel emotionally connected to is Jake Sully, who is an ass.
And instead it's his family and his rival.
Yeah.
2. Depending on originality and tropes. The argument. The video argues that pervasive criticism of Avatar being unoriginal, i.e. Dances and Wolves in Space or Pocahontas, is invalid. He states that all stories use tropes and are based on human history and other stories, so pointing out familiar patterns has zero weight as criticism, which, this is me we're talking about. How many videos have I gone on record saying tropes are tools?
I will say this: I think a better rebuttal to that criticism is when people do that, it's basically a way of quality control. You're basically saying, dude, if you want a better version of the story, go watch this thing that does that same thing. You know, that's more or less how I would argue against that. Granted, Avatar does it in its own specific way. The thing is, though, just because that is the case does not mean I want to see Avatar.
Yes.
You know? So, yeah. Go ahead.
And, I would be politely, there are very different spins on the same trope, but also every person is unique and will respond to that trope uniquely.
Going back to my point about media criticism ultimately being subjective.
Yeah.
Finish your point, Swordsman.
Alright. So, just because you want to watch Avatar over and over doesn't mean I want to.
Mm-hmm. And neither of you are incorrect.
No. Yeah, fair enough. It's absolutely true.
The debunk: there's a massive straw man. Critics don't hate Avatar simply because it contains tropes. They criticize it because it relies exclusively on them without adding narrative subversion or complexity. When a movie adheres so strictly to a well-worn formula, it strips away narrative tension because the audience knows exactly what will happen every time. Execution matters. Dune and Avatar may have the trope of an outsider joining an indigenous tribe, but Dune subverts it by making the outsider a dangerous, conquering messiah figure, whereas Avatar plays it straight and safe by making the outsider a dangerous, conquering messiah figure, who then decides to give up being the messiah figure in the second movie. Go figure.
Yeah. Before embracing it in the third movie again.
Yes.
Yeah. But this time with a bundle of sticks.
Yes. Like, what we're trying to say is Jake Sully is a worse version of Paul Atreides.
Yes.
3.
Although I will give Paul this: he did not lead the Na'vi to commit a genocide of 20 billion people.
Mostly because he's not in the position to. Like, if he could exterminate 20 billion sky people, he will.
Okay, maybe. You continue?
The A with the Deus Ex Machina defense. The argument. The creator mocks people who calls the climax of the first film, where the planet's wildlife suddenly turns the tide of battle, a Deus Ex Machina. Something we didn't talk about because it barely registered to us. We were more angry at Jake Sully's personality and personal actions than we were about the planet deciding to fight for itself. He argues that because the movie establishes early on that the planetary deity, Awa, is real and operates as a biological fungal network, swordsman, her intervention is perfectly logical and internally consistent. To debunk, just because an event is internally... excuse me, I got a little bit of indigestion, sorry. Is internally inconsistent with the lore, doesn't mean it makes for a satisfying and dramatic inclusion. A Deus Ex Machina is frustrating, not necessarily because it's unexplained, but because it robs the protagonists of their agency. Jake and the Navi are actively losing the battle, which they were. They are saved not by their own tactical ingenuity, sacrifice, character growth, but a godlike entity swooping in to rescue them. Establishing the magic in Act 1 doesn't magically excuse poor dramatic structure in Act 3, which... Yeah, Jake doesn't really learn all that much in the first movie, other than fuck humans. Fuck humans and how to fuck a Na'vi woman.
Well, the problem really isn't it's the Deus Machina itself. It's a trope.
Yeah, I have no problem with it.
Like, really, he's not actually a believer in it. Like, even in movie 3, he's telling his wife to stop believing in Awa.
I will say this. I don't know if I would consider Awa being intervening to be like a Deus Ex Machina. You could make the argument that it is a case of eucatastrophe from the Chad Professor Tolkien. That's the word he invented.
Yes.
And I don't mind. Like, I think it makes sense that Awa would intervene because, like, the Quaritch and his men are directly threatening one of her hub nodes.
Yeah.
Of course, she's gonna get involved. Like, you know.
She is the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Number 4. Brushing off the white savior allegory. The argument. The creator dismisses the criticism about the movie's colonial/white savior allegories as arbitrary moralizing. Squasher, you know how ironic that statement is.
Yeah, like, like you did say it, like, it doesn't really fun. Like, look, it doesn't matter. I honestly am not opposed to the white savior allegory or trope. I don't mind one way or the other. So long as it's told well.
And stop bringing up The Last Samurai, for fuck's sake. The title's not referring to Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
That has no bearing on storytelling quality. He later claims that it's not a white savior story. Because the indigenous woman saves the day, the Tiri kills Quaritch, and Jake respects their clan leader.
That still doesn't make... That does not make it a... It's still a white savior allegory. It's still a white savior.
Yeah, but this guy who's saying that tropes are okay does not like this one specific trope. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The debunk. The film's thematic messaging is a core part of its text, and analyzing its standard literary and film criticism. The white savior trope applies perfectly to Avatar. Jake Sully is an outsider from the colonizing force, arrives and learns the indigenous culture better and faster than the natives. He tames the legendary Turok, something that the Na'vi rarely accomplish, and must unite the tribes to save them, inherently positioning the outsider as the ultimate indispensable hero of the indigenous struggle. Neytiri firing the final arrow doesn't undo the structural reality that Jake is positioned as their savior.
Yep. Like in an RPG party, you have the main, like, do you discount the other party members just because the hero is there, like main protagonist, whatever?
Yeah, just because Tifa got the final blow doesn't mean that Cloud didn't kill Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Claiming the villains are intelligent and well written. The argument. The creator praises the RDA and Colonel Quaritch, saying that they only make intelligent decisions. And Vegeta has been right about everything.
Yeah, they make so many intelligent decisions that their operational security is fucking non-existent.
It's a complete shambles.
Yeah.
Based on the information they have, and that asking for more character depth is just artificially padding the runtime. I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
It wouldn't hurt. Plus, not only that, but it's like artificially padding the runtime. It's called make better use of your time.
It's called writing nuance.
Yeah.
The debunk? An antagonist can make tactically logical decisions and still be an incredibly shallow, poorly written character. Excuse me.
Say that Quaritch is a poorly written character. It's actually one of the better parts of the movie.
Yeah, he's
the hero we deserve.
Like, every time he appears, he's the best character in every movie.
I wouldn't say he's a hero. Like, he's more of an anti-villain at best. You know?
Well, the thing is, he's an anti-villain in the first two movies, and in the third movie, he's more of an anti-hero.
Yeah, I can see that. I could probably agree with that. I mean, he doesn't do... I wouldn't say he does anything... I'm not going to... I don't know.
Yeah, the RDA villains are cartoonishly evil caricatures. Sorry. They drink coffee while bombing ancient cultural trees, call the natives fly-bitten savages, and act like mustache-twirling 1980s action movie baddies. Providing the villains with actual...
Sorry.
Providing the villains with actual nuance, conflicting motivations, or more ambiguity doesn't pad the runtime. It creates a richer, more compelling conflict.
Yeah. Although they did act like, if this was like an 80s action movie and whatnot, like, that would be, like, completely different, So.
It would probably be a funner movie if that was the case. But the problem is, before, like, it got to that point, you were humanizing the humans. So...
Yeah.
Pick a lane.
Defending the final point, defending the way of water contrivances. The argument? The creator fiercely defends two massive gripes the audiences had about the sequel. First, he argues that bringing back Quaritch as a clone makes logical world-building sense, so it's not lazy. It was a complete ass-pull.
Well, it's an ass-pull, but I basically view it the same way I view bringing Maul back. Should you have done it? Probably not. Did you make good decision? Did you make good stuff with it? Yes, you did. So.
Oh, so you finally admit that the Maul show is great.
No. I'm just saying, you could argue that you did some pretty decent ideas with it. I just don't think it should have been done.
Happy birthday, Swordsman. This is our present to you. He's finally relented.
I didn't even see the Maul show yet. I thought he was talking about Clone Wars and Rebels.
That's what I was referring to, not the Maul show.
To be fair, the Maul show takes place before Rebels, so...
I'm just, like, meh about... as far as I'm concerned, I don't really care. I basically
like
just push that off into an alternate timeline and
I like
acknowledge it. So, Anyway, back to Quaritch.
Second, he defends Jake Sully abandoning his forest clan to hide with the Water Clan, saying it's a realistic choice for a father trying to protect his immediate family from the recoms. He's a great big chicken shit.
Like,
he's running from the consequences of his own actions at the end of the day.
that in he's outright like he goes back on what he said. He said like he starts saying that he's going to like lead the resistance, and then he goes does a 180 all of a sudden, which doesn't match his like behavior in the first movie. Just so we can get the second movie where he's in the Water Tribe area. That's why I called the pacing awkward, because it's like this very like the two movies. It feels like two movies really awkwardly stuck together.
Yeah, it's like it basically feels like one's a rebel movie, like an we're watching an insurgency, and then it switches over to a Disney family vacation movie, or a Swiss Family Robinson, without being stuck on an island.
The debunk. Quaritch's return, it makes sense in the lore, is the creator's favorite excuse for creative stagnation. Bringing back the exact same villain for the sequel, especially one whose arc definitively ended in the first movie, cheapens the stakes and resolution of the original film. It creates a creatively bankrupt choice, regardless of sci-fi technobabble used to justify it. Jake fleeing betrays his character arc from the first film, which is what we were just saying, where he learned to stand his ground as the leader of the... I'm not going to even try to pronounce that, I'm just going to call them the Tree People. Furthermore, it is an objectively terrible strategic choice. By fleeing to the Water Clan, he doesn't protect anyone. He simply brings the violent colonizers to the doorsteps of an innocent, uninvolved, and a very self-stated to be neutral tribe, endangering more people just to force a change of scenery for the movie, which, yeah, both movies kind of bring that point up.
Yeah.
So in summary, the core bad faith tactic of this video is confusing internal consistency with good storytelling. The creator believes that as long as the movie's lore technically explains why something happens, the movie is immune to criticism. He gatekeeps film discussion by demanding the audiences ignore pacing, emotional resonance, thematic theft, and originality, which are the very things that make cinema art, and insists we only judge a film based on his robotic mechanical checklist of setups and payoffs. And in addition to that review, I would also add that he has some sort of weird hate boner for Mauler and EFAP, at which point I will say, I don't give a shit about Mauler. He's just a weird, crazy douchebag who hangs out with a furry homosexual pedophile who's friends with short fat otaku. I could give a shit whether those people live or die. I'm not going to make my entire stance on a movie based on going contrary to them. Fuck that. That is just being sad and petty, and that's really what this individual who made this video is at the end of the day. A sad, petty individual who's upset that his e-daddies do not also like his movie.
Yeah, fair enough. I understand your point, Shelley. I mean, hell, even I found the Sully kids to be fun, so... And Biacon is also really cool. Even though the video that you're talking about, man, did he actually test my opinion on Biacon? Yeah, you are the cat. But you know what? No, yeah. I am more mature than that. I will not change my opinion to spite you.
Yeah,
I'm just going to ignore you as a person.
Yep.
Like I said before, the family dynamic between the mother and the children is what makes like the other two movies really, really fun.
Yes.
It's just, and Jake in the second movie, when he's actually being a proper dad, is where he's the most tolerable.
Yeah, like don't get us mixed up, Shelley. We have no problem with you or anyone else liking the movie. Yeah. We have a problem with the vocal fandom who treat the movie like it's the greatest thing ever and create like really shitty videos where they are self-contradictory of their own points and trying to be pseudo-intellectually superior because they like the movie. We don't like that. We don't like the Avatar fan base. But you can be a fan of Avatar if you want.
Yeah, like, the people I'm talking about, Shelly, are kind of like, basically people who get super invested in this,
They're snobs.
Yeah, and it's like, I remember back in the day, like, when I was really younger, like, very much younger, I used to go at people who were, like, Empire apologists, you know, like, for Star Wars, like, oh, the Empire did nothing wrong. I remember I got into really heated
We even had an entire string going after people who had that position.
Yeah. But then I got to a point where, like, I was going after people saying that, and one guy pulled me aside and was like, "You do realize, like, most of what people are doing is in good fun, right? Like, they're not being serious." And I'm like, and that got me to stop and be like,
yeah, but you can make the same argument about people on the internet who say the wrong side of World War II won. That they're doing it in good fun.
I mean, okay, let's not.
Like, where do we draw the line at that point?
Yeah.
Where do we draw the line at that point?
I mean, with fandoms, it's kind of easy to be like you can tell a person who's LARPing or a person who's just incorrect, serious. You know, or serious, yeah. So yeah, like with Avatar, yeah, I can look at the movies and say, yeah, the RDA are the bad guys. I completely understand that. I do think that maybe peace could have been achieved in the first movie if people were willing to talk and Selfish was
put in a closet.
Put in a closet.
Hire me. I will I will save the RDA. We will make tons of money.
Swords? Why do you want Selfridge to be in the closet? Why do you have a problem with him being an open homosexual?
Because he makes stupid decisions and I need him out of my way.
That's very homophobic of you to say.
I don't care. I'm here to make money.
I'm here to make money ethically. Anyway. Yes. But yeah. Like I said, will I watch these movies again? No.
No.
You can you could maybe on a blue moon possibly convince me to watch the third movie again. Mm-hmm. But it would have to be a blue moon.
Yeah. And will I watch 4 and 5 if they ever come out?
Probably not.
Probably not until I can sail the high seas with them. Yeah, I'm mostly I for legal reasons. YouTube, that's a joke.
We are joking. We do not approve of piracy, even though it is the best form of governance.
What are you talking about? I'm a Marine apologist.
As you guys all know, Swordsman is not caught up with One Piece.
To be fair, I've started that series. It's a good series.
Yes, it is.
Right. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Do you want to go over the notes of the guy's videos of his actual arguments from what you watched, or?
I'm fine.
I'll look them up.
I gave him homework for this.
He says that he explains that the RDA aren't here to save humanity, but for profit. Yeah, Mr. Selfish does say we're only here to make money. We're only here to make money.
Only true about the first movie. Second movie, the general first human character we see outright says Earth is dying, and we need to figure something out.
Yeah, and he completely glosses over that. He even shows the general saying that, and it's like, what did she mean by this? I mean,
that the Earth is dying, and we need to figure something out. That's what she means by this, jackass.
I could argue that people believe the Earth is dying and it's not actually dying, but
yeah, but we have no reason to believe that.
Yeah.
But this is where I come in and make where the title actually means something. I saved the Earth via Avatar technology.
I know, right?
I know, right?
The idea that humanity is on the brink and unchanging is needed to fix the Earth is not in the movie. He does point that out, and I do agree.
Uh-huh.
It is not in the first movie until Sully himself actually mentions the dying Earth bit.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's just like, yeah, you could make the argument, at least as far as the first movie is concerned. He's just being metaphorical.
Yep.
Which I would have preferred if they went with that route, but, you know, whatever.
But it's just what the supplemental materials to the movie outright stated. It didn't make it into the final cut or even the extended cut, but it is something tied to the lore of the movie.
We agree that that tropes are tools, and there is no such thing as truly original works.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the white savior trope. We already just addressed that. I think when he's like gets on people's case about Quaritch somehow returning, I'm like, dude, most of that, the whole Quaritch somehow Quaritch return was literally a meme. Like, calm down, man. Like, don't take it too seriously.
Yes, we get it's a clone. It's just another miracle technology to throw into the pile.
Yeah,
that we're not really going to use.
I think
At that point, why not just clone his human body and make an army of Quaritches? An army of Quaritch super soldiers. All with his same memories.
To be fair, I guess you could agree. I guess I could agree with that. Like, why fix the problem when you can profit off it? We do see that a lot in the real world, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
It just occurred to me. They created a Na'vi Quaritch using his gene seed.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Are you saying space?
That like fucking this all of this is a prequel to fucking Warhammer 40K. This is the dark age of technology we're witnessing. It literally just occurs to me. I do not mean to be like the Greek mafia, but oh my god, this just occurred to me.
That would actually be kind of funny. Sorry, go ahead, Swords.
If that's the case, that means Big E also misused the Avatar technology, because we could have used it for so much more. Like, there's so much untapped potential here.
But I want to make an army of Death Corps of Krieg swordsmen. I want to make an entire army of them, and I want to paint them like the little toy soldiers that they are.
You have no imagination.
Anyway. And the whale thing. Like, he says that the whales are like supposedly superior to, like, more smarter than humans, and I'm like,
yeah, that's what they say about the dolphins in real life. They're still a bunch of rapists.
My argument is, like, apparently the whales never came up with the concept of women and children first.
They never came up with the Birkenhead Protocol.
Unless they take that to mean women and children die first, in which case, congratulations.
Good job.
This is why Pyakon is the only good whale.
Good job.
He's the only good space whale. Because he's willing to fight. To the point where he gets banished in the third movie, and I'm like,
you will never hear my song again. 20 minutes later, they reunite with him.
Yeah. The third. Yes, Pyakon is awesome. Why fix the problem when you can profit off it? Yeah, unfortunately, there's people. Unfortunately, we see that problem in the real world, don't we? Is there anything else we want to talk about?
Is that all the notes you got?
Yeah, that was all the notes I got.
So yeah, like, we don't like the Avatar movies. We don't like the Avatar fan base. We certainly don't like that guy who made that really pretentious video that's Squash. It took Squash for 5 hours to finish because he was ripping his hair out the whole time.
Like I said, like, I'm kind of meh on Avatar right now, but I would I ever watch him again? Like I said, no. I will.
And we're going to hold you to that, because every time in private conversation you bring it up, you talk about Avatar even once, and we will kick your ass.
Okay, I won't talk about Avatar again. Like I said,
I am more chill. I don't care what you do. It's a free country.
Yeah, we live in America at least. Anyway, yeah, movie 3. Like I said, movie 3 was the best for me.
Yep,
Even
same.
if it does have some problems, but yeah. Will I watch any of them again? Like I said, no.
I might play the video game, but that will be because, like, from what I hear, even if you're not a fan of the property, it's still a decent open world game.
There's a decent open. You saying? Like,
Yes, it's me saying this. It's me saying this. I don't just play. Even though I don't like how shallow open world games can be, that doesn't mean I hate the genre. Come on, guys.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So yeah, I think that's it. Unless you,
I got
do
some.
either of you have any?
I got some other business I need to settle before we close things out. But Swords, you first.
So concluding statements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third movie was the best, and I'm just really disappointed with the Avatar technology being wasted.
Yeah.
And I already made my statement. So before we close, there's some unfinished business I have. Some of you know I had a Twitter account. I was, as you've seen in my previous videos, and this is unrelated to the Avatar stuff, I was recently put in a permaban state. It took me 6 days to get out of across 3 different appeals. Like, almost all of them were rejected. Because I defended a recently released video game, James Bond 007 First Light, which was being called, like, woke garbage by people with basically, like, bad faith intentions. They wanted to stir up a controversy of this newly released AAA video game the same way, like others before, would call a new video game sexist or racist. And I spoke out against that and got fucking banned for it. And it took me 6 days. And this angered me because I know certain individuals, like, I won't outright say his name, but if anyone knows who I'm talking about, he goes by the nickname Spoon, has been making very anti-American and very white nationalist, very anti-Israel stuff, very outright subversive, very violent stuff, and has been going completely unpunished. And this, I've had my problems with Twitter as a site before, even under Elon Musk. But even after directly confronting Elon on this, I've gotten no positive feedback, and it's at a point where I'm completely done with this social media website. I've made my videos before, they are on my channel, on why I'm doing this, and why, like, Twitter is no longer a good website. And until like there's equal enforcement of the rules, because the problem with old Twitter was that the check mark was a privilege shield, and people with the check marks could do whatever they want. And that's the same problem now. It's just that shield privilege has been given not just to far left communists, but also anti-left fucking Nazi cunts. So because of all that, as we are speaking, I am deactivating my Twitter account. This is going to be the last any of you are going to see me on that website unless we get actual serious change and, you know, they do something about the anti-left Nazi cunts. Which I don't see happening because Elon is an idiot. God, I have to remember my fucking password. It is such a pain in the ass. Give me a second. Sword, say something that agrees with me.
Twitter is like I hate to say it, but it's
anti-left Reddit at this point.
Well, even before, it's just this. I know Elon said he wanted to make it a town square, but instead it's become this.
It's become a cesspit.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't have the correct one saved. Give me a minute.
I think Twitter is just it's a Thunderdome. You're basically just asking to get more and more. It's basically a place where you will become extreme, no matter what.
Yeah, like the algorithm promotes controversy, and fucking the fact that they unprivileged Shield accounts, they added monetization, is not helping matters at all.
Buying the word limit, and you just have a recipe for bad things.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically just asking for people to misunderstand each other.
Yeah. So instead of dealing with that anymore, if it will... Oh, for fuck's sake, I gotta sign in again. This is some bullshit. See, I want to end this video by saying, "Hey, my account is closed now. If you want to follow me either on my Discord or my YouTube channel." But they make the fucking process to close my account such a huge pain in the ass. It's almost it's almost like it's on purpose.
So he's basically telling, there's a guy telling us about the, Brando is telling us about the plot of Frontiers. Apparently, this is where the, a group of Na'vi adults were killed, and the children were taken into the,
Okay, it's dead now. I killed it.
Nice. We're taken in by the RDA and raised into a different culture, and I'm like, the Canadian policy. I am mostly kidding. Or I guess it also technically happened in South America, but you know. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Wait, bro, you got me Rogue Trader too?
Didn't you already have that?
No, I didn't. You got me a bundle with both of them? Holy shit, thank you, Squasher. Sorry to bring up unrelated shit, but I may as well publicly praise Squasher. He bought me Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, and Rogue Trader. Squasher is a good dude. That is why I would give him the wrench.
I didn't realize that. I also gave you Rogue Trader.
I didn't realize that either. I was talking about Pathfinder the whole time, because like I'm a fan of the Pathfinder and Dungeons and Dragons settings.
And it, yeah. I'd actually, yeah.
But yeah, like Avatar is great. I may someday. I'm not gonna promise anything because I don't actually own the game at the minute. I am thinking of doing game streams again. You may notice that my Batman stream I kind of deleted. And it won't be the first game I do, but I definitely am considering getting these two guys as my co-hosts for it. Doing the Avatar video game because that at least looks fun. It at least looks fun. And that, like, I don't care if it's a thing that... I like the world building of Avatar. That is my only good point about it. And if the game is fun, the game is fun. It doesn't matter if it's in a franchise I hate.
Yeah, the disease wiped out a lot of the tribes. Well, the disease wiped out a lot of tribes in the in the Americas. 97% of the population was wiped out because.
And to be fair, like a lot of that wasn't on purpose.
It was not on purpose.
We did not know what germ theory was until like the mid 1800s.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Spanish brought rats with them, and well,
Yeah, the Spanish aren't very smart people.
to be fair, most people back then weren't. Well, it's not that they weren't smart; they just didn't have the knowledge that we do.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It is honestly a shame, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be happy to go through. I'd be happy to co-host with you on Frontiers of Pandora when you do eventually get it.
Yeah, when I do eventually get it, because I'm thinking if I do start streams again, I want you two guys as consistent co-hosts, because like this stream went really well. I think we got good chemistry here.
Yeah. I think if you're gonna do a game though, your first
should be a Nintendo game, should be a Mario game. I'm still trying to decide which one.
You'll figure that out.
Yeah, well, we'll figure that out eventually.
Yeah.
The videos I have for this month are all already uploaded. So, like, if anyone's worried with how hot it's been, that I might not be, don't worry about it. I at least got to the end of July. To make room for this stream, this upcoming Monday, there's not going to be a video, but next Monday there will be one, and it's going to be related to the Dragon Ball GT video I just put out. All of this month's videos are going to be Dragon Ball related, which, considering that I'm getting a lot more views, a lot of you seem to like. Which means I may do some more Dragon Ball stuff in the future.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Alright.
And I will begin work after this heat wave has died down a little bit, which in my area should be sometime tomorrow. I will continue working on the rest of this summer's videos. All of the rest of the videos for this year are completely written. I pre-script, as a lot of you know, I pre-script my videos, so I'm not stuttering like I do on stream.
Yeah.
So all of my videos for this year are pre-scripted, unless some current event I want to talk about happens. Everything is already planned out. And I am already getting into next year's videos. I have a lot of ideas, but if anyone wants to suggest any, there's an invite to my Discord in not only every video, but in the description of this stream. And like, you can come, you can hang out. You have to be 18 years or older, because I don't want to deal with the liability of that shit. But yeah. Well, we talk, we play games, we hang out, and I work on my videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the status of my channel. And anything else guys want to add before we sign off?
No, I'm good.
I got nothing.
So because of this, now Squasher, we are going to hold you to it. Never again are you to talk about the Blue Man Group. I want you to swear on this copy of the Bible.
You don't have a Bible. What?
I want you to swear on Swordsman's Bible, which he is holding on the left side of the video.
Yeah, you are holding a book.
Yeah, swear on Swordsman's Nosferatu tome that you will not talk about the Blue Man Group anymore.
I have to clear this.
It's purple, Swordsman.
It is not purple. It is yellow.
It is purple. Look at it.
It is dark.
So you're able to use animal light and dark magic. Come on, you're a tactician. Don't beat around the bush. We know you use Nosferatu for health regen purposes.
Anyway.
Actually, the Grandmaster cannot actually use dark magic. That's why I'm kind of weirded out.
Then why does Robin have it smash?
Because this is Sakurai we're talking about.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah.
But yeah, swear on Swords' copy of Nosferatu that you no more Blue Man Group.
I promise I will not mention Avatar in your presence, Koopa.
Good. And with that, yeah, we're done.
For canon's sake, it has to be the light tone version because I can actually.
I'm not going and having the sprite redrawn swordsman. You're gonna have to live with the fact that you use Nosferatu. You're the Smash Robin. And for the person who asked, here's your trombone.
Guys, let's call it here.
Yes.
All right.